Graphing half-life. For the two graphs on this worksheet, what you'll do is go ahead and fill in the data table. Since this is talking about a sample of a substance with a half-life of 40 minutes, you can see for every 40 minutes this is going to add up. And you started with 120 grams. After a half-life you'll have half of that, and so on. So go half all the way down. And then you're going to set up a graph of this data and then answer this question based on your graph that you make. You will need to label the X and Y axis. Please put time as your X axis. Time always goes on the bottom in a graph of time versus a change in that time. And then put your remaining mass over here on the side. And the most important thing you need to do, this will start at 0, and then each line that you move over needs to be worth the same amount. So since we're doing time from 0 to 160, you can start here at 0 and then do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on, all the way out to get you up to your 160. Do not put 0 and then 40, 80, 120, and 160, because you're going to make this tiny little graph and you won't be able to see what's going on in your data. So make sure that it's spread out enough. And then for your mass, you're going to need to do the same thing. This is your highest mass of 120, so again you can do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Do not label your amounts, your masses remaining, as each line, because it will not be a nice even change here. It has to be the exact same amount for each line. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 would be an excellent way to do this. You're going to do the same thing down here for number 3, and this actually asks you to go ahead and fill in these last two times as well. So you can see this goes up by 83 minutes each time, so continue that pattern. And then take your mass, and it's a half-life each time, so 40 divided by 2 divided by 2, and so on down the line. Label your time and number, the amount of time. You won't be able to do it in tens because we're going to have quite a bit of time here. You may have to do it in 20s to get this all to fit. And then your mass remaining will go up, and it only needs to go up to 40 here, so you can probably count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on going up. Label time and mass remaining, fill in the data table, and then mark all of your points. And don't forget, after you've marked a dot for each of these data points, make sure you connect the dots to make your line, because this should be a line graph. So when you're done, you'll be done with this worksheet, but if you do get stuck on it or have any questions, please come ask.